Can we get a moment here before the matchup of Champlin Park and Elk River with the head coach for the Rebels, Nick Flasherim, and in your third season, how do you describe this team?
I think we're a hard-working team on defense. We like to play physical defense. We have a lot of help from our attack, just lots of speed there, and being aggressive on the ride and ground balls.
Good. What players have really stepped up for you this season that have really kind of elevated the team's play?
I think our close defenseman Douglas Anderson has done a good job giving us a physical presence at a close D and allowing us to really build a foundation on our defense and just spring forward from there.
Great. How do we get the guys ready? 2 games after tonight, and it's postseason already. The season is a sprint in Minnesota. What are you looking for from the team tonight so they're getting ready for postseason?
Just running our systems well, knowing our defense first and second slides as well as third slides, and just being able to make in-game adjustments well.
Coach, good luck tonight. Good
Thank
luck
you.
in the postseason. Coming up next on QCTV, it is Champlin Park hosting Elk River Boys High School Lacrosse, coming your way on QCTV.
Back to the fence, and that's gone.
There it is. Ace to win the set. It's caught. 20-10. Touchdown.
This is going to be in the gap.
Yes! Score! Go to the deflection. The Elk River Huskies win their first state championship. And good evening and welcome to Rebels Stadium. Tonight it's boys lacrosse. Champlin Park hosting Elk River. The Rebels 4-6 overall, 4-4 in league play. Elk River 5-5 overall, 4-4 in conference play. Elks in red and the Rebels in white on their home field. The regular season winding down rapidly. Steve Thompson, Joe Rulin. Joe, good even matchup tonight.
It will, and if it's anything like the JV game, it's going to be physical as well. Both these teams near 500, Champlin Park 4-6, and then Elk River 5-5, 2 games away from postseason after tonight.
Jared Zabel controlled the face-off, and here comes Champlin Park. Braden Straw has served 23 goals, 12 assists, had it down in the corner. The Rebels get it out on top, and they're going to set it up. Here's Christian Capitan. 15 goals, 9 assists, one of the captains for the Rebels in white. And that one goes down into the corner. It slipped by the intended receiver on that pass.
Rebels on the season, 81 goals, and they have surrendered 72 to their opponents this season.
And even I can do the math. Over 10 games. It makes it easy for me.
Oh, it does.
To figure the average. Here come the Elks off a Champlin Park turnover. They move it down the field. And they've got dynamite attack. Blake Reinhardt, 21 goals, 12 assists. Caleb Sandstrom, a whopping 28 goals this year for the Elks. But they are 5-5. They dropped their last game. They've lost 3 of 4 this season. Played Centennial tight on Monday, losing 11-9 in Elk River. And Centennial, year in and year out, one of the top teams in league play, 8-2 at the moment, 8-3 overall. So Elk River played very well, but came up a bit short. Champlin Park, if you may remember, Joe, played Centennial pretty tight as well this season.
Absolutely, they did, and trying to get that mojo ready tonight against a physical squad, but even though they lost 10-3 to Champlin Park in their last matchup, that was against Robbinsdale Armstrong. Right.
Champlin Park fell to Centennial back on Wednesday the 10th, 8-7 the final in that one. So just 2 to go for both teams here in the regular season. It'll come to an end next week. 2 minutes in, we're scoreless. Elk River first time in the attack zone. Owen Pfeiffer had it. He was way out on top. Now they go to the goal line extended and work it toward the X position. Sandstrom trying to come out of there. He'll try to power his way to the front. Lets it fly, and that one skips wide and over the net. The goalie, Caden Bosch, may have got a piece of it, and the Rebels are going to come the other way.
Bosch, as you mentioned, in net 456 minutes this season for Bosch in net 4-6, and a goals against of 7.16 and a save percentage of around .580.
Here comes Champlin Park on the attack, trying to get to the front. Good dodge, and that one's going to sneak in. That one's going to sneak into the net for Champlin Park. Quite a move, and it got by Ryder Heath, the goalie, 2-3, 6.21, 5.9 goals against.
I may want to see this on a replay here, and we'll get a chance with the great camera work here from QCTV.
Yeah, Gavin Bosch is going to get credit for that goal. Nice dodge in tight. 19th of the year, just 4 assists. That face-off won cleanly by Gavin Braley. Braley into the middle. That one skips over the top of the net. And we'll go on. Elk River's going to hang on. He walked right in. And Elk River and Caleb Sandstrom is going to get it there on the end line as Elk River gets set up. So they have Champlin Park, the early lead.
Reinhardt there trying to make a move, and the pass is deflected right into the stick there of Bosch.
Bosch sends it down the middle of the field, caught on a hop. That was a beautiful clear. And that's Matthew Berge, 1 goal, 4 assists. Berge sets up near side, gets it out on top. Champlin Park on the attack. And they're playing with some jump in their step. And they get it down behind the net. Elk River, this is absolutely ideal. Red uniforms, white numerals, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Easy to read from afar.
Oh, yes.
Champlin Park, white uniforms with gray numerals, not so good for an older set of eyes. But Champlin Park on the attack, up by 1, 4 minutes in. Gavin Bosch, first goal of the game for Champlin Park. He got it to the side of the net, and it just snuck over the goal line, beating Ryder Heath, the goalie. And his save percentage just shy of 60%, goals against 6.21. And Elk River, pretty competitive. Low-scoring games. Coming in, good shot, Braden Strasser, but it was blocked by the goalie Heath. Strasser had a good run and a good shot. That one goes over midfield. It's being chased down by Chase Morissette. 7 goals, 8 assists. Morissette in on the left to the goal line. They send it across, knocked down. Ground ball, it comes all the way into Caden Bosch, and he's going to hang on. And now Bosch gets it down the field. Here comes Champlin Park.
Love the transition. A quick outlet pass right on target, throwing the attacker open on the outlet pass that time by Bosch. We get a flag.
Capitan with it. Here's a shot. That one goes wide. And Elk River's going to go a man down. So the first foul of the game goes on the Elks. Champlin Park's going to go a man up on the attack here. And we'll see who ultimately takes a knee. It looks like it's going to be Morissette for Elk River. Oh, no, it's actually going to be Danny Babcock. Oh, wait a minute. Owen Pfeiffer. Players have been coming over there and looked like they were going to take a knee, but it is Pfeiffer, or the midi, the junior, 9 goals, 5 assists. Here come the Rebels. Put it on the ground, no problem. And it's grabbed there by Capitan. Christian Capitan, 15 goals, 9 assists. They get it to the near side. And now right back out on top. Jurasek. They play catch on the perimeter. Get it to the left, quick shot, and a goal, beautiful feed. Braden Strasser, the one-timer, number 24 on the year, and the Rebels lead at 2-0.
A good control, good clean passing, and finding just a gap big enough there to put it by the Elk River goalie. Some passing up around the perimeter, kind of working it around the clock. And then slides it under the garage door in between, and a 5-hole goal as well.
Just a catch and shoot there for Strasser, 2-0. Champlin Park's going to control that face-off, move it down. Here's Kapitsky. Ashton Kapitsky walks in. That's blocked away. He went right in on the goalie, Ryder Heath, and he knocked it away. And Elk River's going to get it. Or, excuse me, Champlin Park's going to hang on that attempted shot. 2-0 Rebels playing well the first 6 minutes of the game. Gavin Bosch, Braden Strasser with the goals. And now Champlin Park right back at it. They've got off to a good start in this one.
Showing some good speed, that third-year coach, Nick Flashenream, actually grew up in Prior Lake. Played club lacrosse at St. Cloud State.
Turnover.
So that southern part of the metro Stevie always mentioned about that has a great tradition and success in lacrosse growing up in that environment. Certainly helps to have that type of experience on the bench and leading the team.
Lowest scoring JV game won by the Elks 4-3. Rebels couple of goals early in this one and lead it 2-0. And now they're going to get it set up. Here's Pfeiffer as they make some changes and get set up in the attack zone. Caleb Sandstrom, 28 goals this year, 2 assists. He has been dynamite. He'll play football at St. Thomas.
Yeah, last year ended up with, I believe, a couple of touchdown receptions as a tight end for the Class 5A state champion, the Elk River Elks. And head coach Steve Hamilton, he also led the team in tackles defensively at 75 tackles. 6'4", 230. It's tough not to keep an eye on him when he's on the field.
Yeah, and those big guys that can move are just such a force. Here's Morris sat on the outside, trying to drive on Berge. Good job by Berge to keep him on the perimeter. Here's Sandstrom trying to dodge at that X position, but he was guarded beautifully by Anderson. Doug Anderson, nice job. No goals, 2 assists, but he's been a force. Here's Pfeiffer on top, trying to make a move into the middle, and the Rebels stymie that. Quick moving first quarter, 4 minutes remaining. Here's a shot from the outside that goes wide. That was Chase Morissette. He's going to play lacrosse at Aurora. He got one away, and here come the Elks.
Well, the way that Champlin Park started out, they've been smoking early, but that's not the reason for the smolder in the skies tonight.
Reinhardt, good move into the middle, knocked away by the Rebels. Great defense. Terrific defense there by Teske as he knocked it away. And then Rebels.
I think Pfeiffer is going to be whistled for the foul.
Yeah. Elks are going to get it back. And they get it in the hands of Sandstrom. And Sandstrom is going to trot down to the goal line, extended near side. Elk River trying to get on the board here in quarter number 1. There's Danny Babcock with it back there as well. Sandstrom's in back. Morissette. Rebels, good physical defense. He goes down. No foul, scooped up by the Rebels. Now they're going to finally whistle that and give it back to Elk River. But Champlin Park will not go a man down on the play. Elks hang on. Kind of a late whistle on that. Morissette right into the middle and scores. Got bumped, still got one away and beat Caden Bosch. And Elk River's on the board.
Goal number 8 for Morissette. Showed some great poise before he ripped that one by Bosch. A shot from the hip, just straight across mid-net. And now they cut the deficit in half. Is Elk River. As I mentioned, coming to the mark of 5-5. They have scored, in terms of goals this season, 80 goals and surrendered 67. Some more easy math for us.
2-1 Rebels. Elk River does gain control, and they swing it out. Hembry put it on the ground. Rebels converge. Still a fight for that ground ball, controlled by Champlin Park. Good play there. Jared Zabel, 6 goals, 8 assists, begins his run. Gives it up in the middle, quick shot. Whistles wide.
And that's a player I'm going to enjoy watching tonight, is Jared Zabel. He has 6 goals, 18 dimes on the season. but he's also got 62 ground balls and 118 faceoffs.
He has been outstanding. Rebels gain control, and Gavin Bosch, who had that first goal tonight for the Rebels, sets it up now but down behind the net. This is Strasser, tries to get to the front, gives it up, cutter off his stick, ground ball batted at, and Mayfield couldn't hang on to it. This one on the ground out to midfield. Hembry grabs it on the run, and away he goes. Elk River some numbers. Hembry gives it up, getting out in front and scoring. Blake Reinhardt, number 22 on the year. And we're tied.
That was like a step back worm burner. Didn't quite catch the turf, but it was like a fadeaway jump shot in basketball, and this was a fadeaway maneuver by Reinhardt. Very nice, create some spacing, and then able to beat Bosch low.
Reinhardt, quick goal, Elk River right back, tied at 2. They've scored 2 in the last 108. And Champlin Park's going to control there. Here come the Rebels on the run. Over midfield.
Reinhardt, Reinhardt one to watch for Elk River. He has scored 4 goals in 2 games this season.
And by the way, that goal for Reinhardt gives them the all-time points lead in Elk River lacrosse history. Coming in, 134. That goal there, number 135. That is the all-time Elk River boys lacrosse. There's a shot. Great shot. Jarosek put it on, but Heath made the save and Hill outlet.
Yeah, Ryder was squared up and may have taken that one in the melon, but it dropped right down in front of him, and a good quick outlet. Here comes Elk River on the transition.
Nordquist sent it into the middle. It's going to go all the way to the sideline and out. Champlin Park's going to retain. 1:07 to go, tied at 2. Early momentum, Champlin Park. Elk River gets it right back. They send it to the goalie, Caden Bosch, a senior. 4 and 6, 7.16 goals against. Save percentage just shy of 60%. Luke Voigt picks it up for the Elks, sends it across. Asbeck will send it downfield. Here's Nordquist on the run again. They get it down low. Big hit by the goalie, Bosch. And Champlin Park's going to go a man down. Elks hang on. Bosch came out of his net and just drilled someone.
That was a cross check.
And now it's Pfeiffer. 27 to go in the quarter. Now into the middle, Nordquist. Swings it over to the left. Here's Reinhardt powering his way in and scores! 3-2 Elk River.
He zigzagged his way around the defense, making some explosive cuts, first to his left, back to the right, and buried it in the upper 90 of the net. And it is now the first lead of the game for Elk River, and the second goal here this evening for Blake Reinhardt.
So Caden Bosch will take the knee.
There you get a look right here and move it in. Nice. Nice camera work, nice catch, another good look. You can see the cross check right there as Reinhardt absorbed a cross check. And again, as you mentioned, they're still going to get that penalty, even though Elk River scored the goal. And Reinhardt remained his composure.
Well, we go out to the middle of the field. Charlie Olson will take the draw for Elk River.
Yeah, you can
Jared
see
Zabel for Champlin Park.
Yep, you see him out there warming up because the goalie is going to have to take some time on the sideline, so they have to quickly bring in the backup. Do the Rebels here. So they're giving them a quick warm-up with just 18 seconds left in this first quarter. What's been actually a very fast and fluid first period.
All right, that's it.
Now.
And away we go. Zabel out there for the Rebels. Let's win this face-off, get to the quarter break. I mean, there still is time. And Elk River trying to gain control, still on the ground. Elks have it. And we're going to get a timeout. Late in the quarter, 8.9 to go, quarter number 1. So Gavin Bosch, goal number 1 at the 3-minute mark. And then Braden Strausser gave the Rebels a 2-goal lead at 5:34. And then Elk River Morris set at 8:53. Reinhardt is first at 10:01. And then number 2 at 11:41. So back and forth we go in quarter number 1, Joe.
It has. It's the goals have come in a series. 2 for the Rebels, and then Elk River reciprocates with 3 of their own. There you get a look right now of Northwest Suburban standings, and Maple Grove up top. Second place is Robbinsdale Armstrong. They just defeated the Rebels in the last outing. Centennial, who defeated Elk River at 8-2. Totino Grace 5-4, followed by Rogers, Champlin Park, Elk River, Anoka. As you go down the list, and you see Spring Lake Park, who defeated Anoka on Tuesday. Up there in Andover at 1-10. Get a look at Caleb Sandstrom, the leading scorer. There's just one game this year in which he has not scored for Elk River, and that was against Totino Grace. Otherwise, as you mentioned, Steve, he's put up 28 goals this season.
And we are back at it, and there is Sandstrom. Sandstrom hasn't scored a goal in this one, and he'll just run it out. 1 quarter in the books, boys lacrosse on this Thursday night. Elk River and Champlin Park. Elks lead at 3-2. Quarter number 2 coming up in a moment here on QCTV. And we are back, Rebels Stadium on this Thursday night. Steve Thompson, Joe Rulin, and our great QCTV crew led by Taylor Johnson. It's been an unusual weather week. A lot of smoky haze in the sky, and looks like we'll get a cool day and maybe flush some of that smoke out of the sky and have a really nice weekend. One thing we do know, we're coming up on the end of the regular season. Softball, baseball, boys and girls lacrosse, and QCTV will have some postseason coverage. We look forward to that. Taylor is poring over the schedules and scenarios, and be on the lookout for that. And then we've already seen the schedule. We've got some Legion ball and some amateur baseball out of the Metro Mini coming up this summer here on QCTV, and we look forward to that. And Joe, for your sake, hopefully you don't need to work with me at all this summer.
Yeah, you know what? In my contract, it says I have to work a certain amount of games, and so I just kind of like to eat the crust and get it all done in a short amount of time.
I suppose. All right, quarter number 2, Elk River leading 3-2 on the attack. Down to our right, and Sandstrom lets it fly, and the Elks lead 4-2. There he is, Caleb Sandstrom, number 29 on the year, 15 seconds in.
Had some velo. What rip on this shot. Take a look. I don't think if I was Zabel, I'd wanted to be in front of that shot on the wrong end of it. And that for Sandstrom is goal number 29, and that almost went through the net.
How much Caden Bosch could do about that? Face off, middle of the field.
Bosch is now back in after that penalty as they had the man advantage, and so Zabel served time in that net, just long enough to have one whistle by him by Sandstrom. 4 unanswered goals now for Elk River.
Berge was able to pick it up. Champlin Park controls now on the attack. Capitan is going to go out near the middle of the field, and he's going to dodge to his left, move in, try to get an alley to let it fly, gets tied up, really being battered by the Elks defensively. And now gets it over to Berge on the left. Berge steps in, lets it rip, and that one goes wide. He got a lot on it, but just wide, and Champlin Park's going to hang on. He wound it up. Now move toward the middle.
Gave an attempt there on a little spin cycle move. Well defended. And Steve, you're right. The smoke is really coming in a little stronger. Just here in the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, and we got another timeout. 10:52 to go, quarter number 2, 4-2 Elk River. Champlin Park, the first two. The Elks 4 in a row. 1 for Morissette, 2 for Reinhardt, and then 1 for Sandstrom to start quarter number 2. That goal 15 seconds in, and he let that fly from about 15 yards out. That was a dart.
Yeah, I was watching him in pregame, just launching those lasers, and it was the exact same technique and release on that. So, again, goal number 29 for Sandstrom, and a 4-2 lead now for Elk River as they try to move a game above 500, led by Elk River, led by head coach Thomas Haugen. Third year for head coach for the Champlin Park, Nick Flaschenreim. And I asked him kind of what is the difference, growing up in Prior Lake and that exposure to lacrosse earlier. And he goes, it really is just kind of explaining and walking through and kind of creating that awareness of everything needed to develop that team. And it comes from, educating parents as well about the commitment and the type of game. And he says the parents have been so receptive.
Here's Braden Strauss, her first goal of the game, sends it all the way across, caught by Berge, put on the ground, and it's going to be grabbed by Elk River. That was Mansfield who picked it up, sends it over to the near side, and it's going to be Asbeck, Cullen Asbeck. He's headed for Alabama Huntsville to play lacrosse. Did you know that's where the American space program was born, Huntsville, Alabama? Werner von Braun and company.
See, that was the need to know you brought us tonight. That was excellent.
Huntsville college hockey, I believe. I don't know if the program still exists, to be honest, but Alabama Huntsville did have collegiate hockey for a while. And I don't know if that program's still in operation. Here's Berge on the right. Champlin Park trying to get a goal back. They're up 2-0. Trying to stem the tide by Elk River. Good move. Strasser trying to get to the front. Still, good dodge. Trying to get to his left hand. Can't. And then it's Asbeck who picks it up. He'll go all the way across. Put it on the ground. That ground ball still available. And the Elks are going to grab it. Good play there by Trevor Hembry. Hembry's going to move it forward. There's a couple of ground ball wins in this game. Hembry moving it forward off on the left. Sandstrom. He moves really well.
Mm-hmm. You look at his size, and then you look back down defensively. Elk River has just some huge players and on defense, including number 10 and Stuber.
This is Morissette. He has the first goal of the game for Elk River. And now Babcock at the X.
I'm sorry, that was Mansfield, not Stuber. Number 18 for Elk River.
Under 9 to go. Sandstrom right back down low. Babcock near side. Reinhardt, 2 goals in the game. All-time points leader. As we mentioned earlier, that first goal of the game gave him 135 in his career. Here's Morissette. Champlin Park really keeping him out of the middle. Blake Stuber here.
Elk River
Junior
barking out a play here and trying to create some extra movement.
Put it on the ground, and that's a turnover. That eluded Sandstrom, and that's an unforced error by the Elks and an opportunity for Champlin Park. Still plenty of time. Quarter number 2. They'd love to get on the board here on this attack. They get it out to the middle of the field. Good catch in the middle there by Teske, and he'll move it forward. He's spun around. Teske still on the move. Looking for someone in the middle, nobody free. He's going to take it around the back. Now he gets double teamed, tries to give it up, put it on the ground, stolen by the Elks to the goalie, Heath. Heath will outlet quickly. Right back on the ground, opportunity for the Rebels, and that's scooped up by Jarosik. Good move there, Jarosik. Right side, works his way in, trying to skip it over the goalie. That shot attempt will remain with Champlin Park. The Rebels are going to hang on to it.
Impressive run that time as he picked up the ground ball. Created a great opportunity, but just could not quite get it by, that time in Heath.
Capitan into the middle and a goal. Great feed. I think it's Capitan to Bosch for number 2. Take a look at that replay.
Well, they needed that. If they were on a 4-goal run for the Elks. But now the Rebels cut it to within just 1 goal.
Well, it is going to be Bosch,
Here's
number
the look,
2.
As we take a look here. Moving in inside, a good pass. Kind of threw the attacker open on that pass and found the back of the net. Beautiful. Good movement. But Jarosek certainly got things going as he picked up the ground ball in his own end of the field and rocketed it down. Even though he did not score, that pressure allowed them to keep possession. That is the Rebels. And then there, a good chance for the Rebels to pick up their 3rd goal. See, that was confirmed by.
Yeah, it was Corton, number
right.
28. So Ryan Corton, 2nd of the year, 1st of the game. Rebels turn it over in front. Elk River right back at it. 4-3 game, more importantly. So Champlin Park gets 1 back, and now down 4-3. They're up 2-0, 4-2 after 1. Elk River up 3-2 after 1, and then made it 4-2 early in the second. Elks right back at it into the middle. Pfeiffer. And sends it over to the near side. Here's Reinhardt. He has 2 tonight. So the 20 and the 28, pretty similar, but it was Corton with goal number 1 on the night, number 2 on the year. They send it across, and it's caught there by Morissette. Morissette works his way in, shot, saved by Caden Bosch. Went down to a knee and scooped that up. Nice save. Good feed. Champlin Park moves it ahead quickly. Rebels on the attack. They put it on the ground, and it's going to end up with the goalie, Ryder Heath. Too bad. They got it right down the field, but turned it over. Now Elk River right back at it. They'll slow it down and set it up. Cam DeRuyter moved it into the middle.
I thought for a minute there was going to be a scoop and score the way the speed of that transition came down the field for the Rebels.
And now they get it over to Sandstrom. See what he can do with 5 to go in quarter number 2. Behind the net, Reinhardt. Reinhardt trying to get to the front, can't. Good job by the Rebels defensively. That was terrific by Josh Teske, one of the captains. Now on the other side, Stanstrom in a battle, sends it back to the X. There's Reinhardt. Sandstrom way outside, side of the net. Nah, he did get it in. He did sneak it in on the near post. Looked like he may have got the side of the net, and that caught the goalie, Caden Bosch, and he's hurting right now. It's 5-3 Elk River. 2nd of the quarter for Sandstrom.
Snapped that one off, and that, I'm not sure. It looked like he was holding, just the side or, near the oblique area. After that, unless he hit the post of the goal. But nonetheless, second, as you mentioned, second goal of the second for Sandstrom.
Yeah, it was hard to tell if it hit the side of the net, but it must have hit the leg and then snuck in. Elk River right back at it. And the goalie, Caden Bosch, still trying to take it off. And Lacrosse goalies, that is a unique breed. They take some shots. Here's Reinhardt. Trying to send it over the top. Hangs on to it. Reinhardt trying to get to the front. Over to Sandstrom. And he's got a big-time shot.
He does. He winds up, uses that full whip and that shot, and boy, he can generate some velo on each of those shots. And the other thing is accuracy as well.
He was able to get it between Bosch and that far post. Morissette right back down to Reinhardt. And now he waits for Teske, and now tries to get around the corner and get in front and score. Just went right around the corner. He's got his third of the night, and Elk River leads it 6-3.
Yep, you could see he was racing with kind of that purpose of he wanted to get that inside step and then release it. And he got the inside position and snapped that off. He just got it by Teske. He just got that shoulder position just right and bounced that thing for the goal. So it's Elk River has doubled up again on Champlin Park. It was 4-2 earlier. Now it's 6-3. The trifecta on the night already for Reinhardt.
Every face-off has been a battle, still being contested. That one's kicked, and Champlin Park's going to hang on. So the Rebels will go on the attack. They're still in this one, 3:50 to go, quarter number 2. They need a goal. Mayfield. And now way outside, that's Gavin Bosch. Bosch had the first goal of the game. Right into the middle and threw it away. Mayfield couldn't grab it, turnover on Champlin Park. And now Elk River ready to air it out. That's Cullen Asbeck. They send it all the way across. And that ground ball is going to be gathered in by Max Nordquist, sophomore. He's going to begin his run, send it all the way through, and they're going to turn it over. Neither coach can be too thrilled with what's transpired here in the last 30 seconds or so.
That last pass by Elk River looked like it got kind of stuck at the top of the that pouch and came out just with some extra fire on it. And it elevated the reach and got beyond the reach of the Elk River attacker. Back comes the Rebels, a little spin cycle move again.
Caden Lynn puts it on the ground. This is a free-for-all, and it's grabbed by Asbeck. Then Asbeck unloads it quickly, and right back the other way, Luke Voigt, senior, put it on the ground, got it back. He wants a goal, and that one's saved by Caden Bosch. Great save on that bouncer. Right back on the ground. Who's going to get it? Right at the midfield stripe. Champlin Park's going to get it. Braden Strasser had the first or second goal of the game for the Rebels. He gets to the middle. His shot goes wide. And nobody deep for Champlin Park, so Elk River's going to get it. Asbeck sends it on the ground.
I love that pass.
Yeah, just a worm burner. Right back the other way, Elk River down low, wide open, blocked by Bosch, and then picked up and put in by Danny Babcock. 7-3 Elk River.
They crashed the net that time, and Reinhardt had an initial shot that bounced out, and Babcock came rushing through, picked up the loose change, and made the deposit here in the bank. Boom.
And an injury to one of the Rebels.
Babcock.
May have been Anderson who got banged up, and he'll come off.
I believe that's Babcock's first goal of the season for the junior. But certainly a lot of physical play. Hey, it's all, quality play. Nothing cheap about that. Just happened to be at the wrong spot, wrong time. And Babcock came in, crashing on that rebound after the initial shot by Reinhardt. and now has elevated the lead to 7-3.
Elk River right back to the attack. That one goes wide. It's going to be picked up by Sandstrom, and we're going to get a timeout. We're going to get a timeout. 2 to go here in quarter number 2, and the Elks have scored 3 in a row to extend their lead to 7-3. As you mentioned, Babcock, Reinhardt the story with 3, Sandstrom with 2 in this game. So big scores have come to play for Elk River, Joe.
Oh, they have. Not only, let me get a little look here at some of the rankings going on right now in the State High School League. This as of May 10th, and there you get a look. Benilde St. Margaret up top, followed by Chanhassen. Chanhassen always a solid team. Lakeville North at 3rd, Shakopee 4th. Eastview and Apple Valley at 5, followed by Edina, Minnetonka, Rosemount, and then there's Maple Grove at number 9, and Stillwater wraps up the top 10 in the state for boys lacrosse. And all of that will wrap next week on the 22nd, I want to say, is the last game for both of these teams. 22nd or 24th. And then they'll begin section play. Both the boys and the girls. And can't forget about the success that the Champlin Rebels are having. Hey, look at the young lacrosse fans in the stands. The Rebel girls are off to that 10-1 start. Impressive. So they'll be a team to watch in postseason as well. Their lone loss, I believe that's come to Maple Grove. So back out, let's see, Steve, we got to build some strategy here. How do we stop that mojo and the flow of the play here? I've been impressed with the passing and the quick, clean passing by both teams. I loved that rollout pass. I haven't seen that all year. The rollout pass by Cullen Asbeck. He started that at about the 10-yard line and was picked up at about the 40-yard line on the other side of the field. It was a snap pass, I got to tell you.
Here comes Reinhardt, 3 already tonight. Tries to go around the corner. Good dodge, right back behind. Now he has Sandstrom on the right. Now this one's going to go all the way to midfield and over. Ground ball, and yes, it'll be Champlin Park. Good opportunity for the Rebels as the Elks turn it over. And here comes Champlin Park. Bosch down to the X, trying to find a cutter in the middle. And then Braden Strasser on the ground ball, trying to get position. Can't, pushing, shoving. He's going to grab it. Good job by him as he was being hunted by Cullen Asbeck. And then right back on the ground near the end line. He tries to get it back. Coming up on 1 to go in the half. And Champlin Park has it with time. They'd love to get a goal here going to the break. This is Capitan way outside trying to find room. Tries to run against Anderson. Shot. That one's partially blocked by Heath. Good save. Champlin Park's going to hang on. Still plenty of time. 40.1 to go in the half. And away we go. From the outside, that one whistled wide. That was Bosch with the quick shot.
That was a quick two-step with some fire behind it and a beautiful save.
Rebels right back at it. Boudreau way out on top, 25 to go. And now it's Capitan trying to find a little room. Elks have played pretty good D all year. Here's a good dodge, and that one's knocked away. Elk River with 13, 10. Long stick on a run from way outside. I think it would have been wise to give it up.
Mansfield, he could not wait to get that shot on. He had hustled all the way down the field, made a nice pick.
Sandstrom gives it up on the left. Shot, that goes wide. That was uncorked by Chase Morissette, who had the opening goal for Elk River in quarter number 1. But that is it, 2 quarters in the books. And the Elks lead at 7-3. Champlin Park got off to a great start the first 6 minutes of the game, but since then, the Elks have ruled this one They lead it 7-3. Quarters 3 and 4 coming up here on QCTV.
Welcome to our spring edition of At the Half, the show where we take a closer look at some of our area high school sports. I'm your host, Carly Gilk. Andover Boys Tennis looks to continue to develop their young group. Let's talk with Coach Deb Hoyt and Captains Joe and Kale to learn more about this year's team.
I'm Deb.
The robotics team is a highly talented group of student engineers who are gaining valuable experience within the STEM and technology field. This year's group is busy building their current robot, and we stopped out to see it.
So my name is Caitlin Slasher. I'm a senior at Champlin Park High School, so I'm in the graduating class of 2023. I'm actually on the build team, so I worked on the frame this season. I helped out with whatever needed building, so I did some of the chain work and some of the omni wheel work on it. So.
Hi, I'm Daniel Beckman, and I'm in graduating class here in 2025. I am one of the main design and build team.
My name is Weston Zubert. I'm in 10th grade. I am media, so I design the flags, the t-shirts, I shoot video and take pictures.
I'm Logan. I will be graduating in 2025. Now I'm the programming captain. I also help a lot with the electrical and a little bit with manufacturing, but mainly with the programming and electrical.
Well, the nickname The Claw was kind of just a bit that we did one day where we kind of walked in and we were just like, The Claw! The Claw! And then everyone was like, ooh, and we're like, wait, that's a Toy Story reference. And our entire thing is just we want to have as much fun as possible. So we just kind of added that in to our name, and yeah, it just became that.
One thing that really got me into the robotics program was I took Design Fabrication 1 and 2, which really incorporates 3D design and CAD. And so that really kind of fundamentally made me want to especially major in mechanical engineering more. And then I saw a flyer in the team and I thought it'd be fun, so I decided to join the team. And then it just really kind of verified that I did want to major in mechanical engineering.
It really may seem overwhelming at first, but just little baby steps can get you really, really far. And don't be afraid to ask questions. That's the main thing that you need to know how to do, and that's how you'll improve and learn more.
Yeah, so as our coach has told us, on a design team, you need two kinds of people. The one with the crazy ideas that's like, what if we did this? And the rational person that says, well, here's why this won't work. Or, well, that's just crazy enough, it might actually work. And so we're always looking for more of either of those types of people.
Yeah, especially, I think the prejudice that most people think is the fact that you come into robotics, you need to be an engineering expert, be really good at math and all this stuff. And the other thing is that there's so many different opportunities with robotics. Some things that I found was that it's not only building, it's not only doing these things, it's outreach, it's going into the community, and it's creating this environment where engineers can grow and thrive, and that's what the world needs.
The Tornadoes are excited about their current season and look to capitalize on their strengths. We caught up with them at their recent match against Centennial. Let's learn more. That's it for this edition of At the Half. Make sure to keep up to date with all your local sports coverage by liking and subscribing to our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube pages. Thank you for watching.
welcome back to Rebel Stadium. Quarter number 3, boys lacrosse. Elk River visiting Champlin Park. Elks lead 7-3. Reinhardt with 3, Sandstrom with 2. Elk River controls that opening face-off of the third. Now we have an official timeout. And are we going to have a do-over? And I think we are good to go. Elks are going to gain control, and subs come onto the field. And here we go, Caden Bosch defending the goal down to our left for Champlin Park in white, and down to our right, Ryder Heath in red defending the goal for Elk River. Champlin Park scored the first 2. Since then have been outscored 7-1. That came in the first 6 minutes, quarter number 1. And away we go. Here come the Elks. Owen Pfeiffer. 9 goals, 5 assists coming in for the junior. There he is, Caleb Sandstrom. 2 goals tonight, 30 on the year for the St. Thomas Bound football player. And that one on the ground, skips by, turnover on Elk River. Another unforced error for the Elks. They haven't made a lot of mistakes tonight, Joe, but there's one and an opportunity for Champlin Park, and they'd love to get a goal or 2 here and get right back into this thing. Down by 4. They move into the attack zone. That's Teskey. He's going to give it up, retreat to the other side of midfield. Now they move into the attack mode. Jack Jarasik. It's his move into the middle. Good dodge and a goal! Beautiful run.
He closed it up with a burst, just coming inside the fan. And promptly located beautifully. Lower 90, tough to get a net down, especially when you're accelerating with that type of burst of speed coming at you inside the fan, and finds the hole. And now the Rebels are on the board here in the second half, down by just 3.
Time of the goal comes at 1:08. And it's his 10th of the year. Jurassic's 10th, coming in, 9 goals, 3 assists, big hit. Caleb Sandstrom just decks Teskey. Wow. Champlin Park comes back the other way. Flags all over the field. Champlin Park, though, is going to go into a man-up situation. Sandstrom's going to take a knee, I believe, on that big hit. Wow.
I'm sure glad we get a chance to see it from up here, but not have to live it. That was a shot on Teskey, and Sandstrom will take the knee.
He got his money's worth on that hit.
Let's take a look here as Trinity going to take a look here. A couple of sticks up high, and then falls on top of him as well.
Joe does that to people when they're not paying attention in meetings. He'll
absolutely, or if I'm looking for the remote. So
7-4, Rebels get a goal, and they're right back on the attack here to start the third. So good start for Champlin Park. Jurassic gets the goal, and now the Rebels right back at it. There's Zabel. Gives it up. And now that's Capitan.
Capitan with a little bit of absorbing some stick work.
They get it inside, and another goal. Beautiful feed down low. Champlin Park scored 2 quick goals to start this quarter. That was very nice.
Boy, and they make Sandstrom pay for the penalty.
Austin Johnson, number 6 on the year. Great feed down low. And that comes at 1:59. So Champlin Park here in the first 2 minutes get to within 2 of this third quarter. And another ground ball on the face-off, controlled by Elk River. Nice job by Hembry. Hembry had another ground ball, good play. Works over to the right. Smoky night here at Champlin Park.
That could be that bonfire in the back of the Thompson house. Not sure if it's currently being monitored or not.
No. I mean, come on, Joe. We burn garbage in a 55-gallon drum in the front yard.
Perhaps a couch that's up in flames in the back.
We're burning trash. We're burning plastic bottles, etc.
We may need to take the QCTV camera crew there after the game.
Don't tell the city. Coming up on the 9-minute mark, quarter number 3. Here's Reinhardt.
Reinhardt with just a wicked shot. Ugh. Can generate some juice on that shot. 3 already here tonight. And as you mentioned, Steve, he now holds the Elk River all-time scoring record for lacrosse.
There's Pfeiffer trying to dodge. Good defense. Champlin Park right back into this one. Shot outside in the goal. That was a dart by Chase Morris. Set number 2 on the night. And the Elks back up by 3.
They reciprocate and stretch that lead back up to 3 goals.
Time of the goal, 3:19. So Champlin Park started the game with 2 quick goals. They start the third with 2 quick goals, and then the Elks are able to answer. 8-5 here in the third.
That thing was launched from a distance. A lot of traffic in front of Bosch as well. But Elk River reciprocates with a goal of their own here to make it now 8-5.
Rebels gain control now, right back on the ground. Ground ball, there was a shove. Elks are going to get it. Hembry hit the turf. Now here's Braley. Braley with it, run, shot. And that one's blocked. No, it's grabbed by Caden Bosch. He caught it. And now the Rebels right back the other way. Nice play. And Champlin Park and a good run. They move on to the attack, right down. And there's a save by Ryder Heath, the Elk River goalie. Hill outlet. Elks right back the other way. Up and down they go.
Gee, I love the quick outlet, the quick, clean passing by both teams.
Back and forth they go. Now they're going to slow it down. Here's Pfeiffer. Let everybody catch their breath. Sandstrom back on the field. He took a knee. Had that foul earlier in this quarter. That opened the door for Champlin Park to get one. Now Sandstrom. Down to the X. Here's Babcock. He has a goal in the game.
Keep an eye on Morissette. He likes to try to cut in on that back door.
Sandstrom shot. That goes wide. Good job by Caden Bosch. It looks like he had that one measured. And it did go wide, and he let it fly. Elks are going to hang on. Sandstrom trying to get free in the front. Trying to begin their run into the middle. Ground ball. Player goes down. Reinhardt just got smothered.
He's trying to force his way out in front of the net.
Nice feed. Rebels right up the field. Here they come. And with that good run over to the far corner. And
getting Elk River with some good size on the defensive end as well, with Mansfield out there.
I would donate the funds to go with Navy numbers on these white jerseys. I would pony up. I'd write the check. 6:30 to go. Here's Champlin Park. Opportunity into the middle, and it goes off the stick. They tried to get it inside for Gavin Bosch.
Berg made a nice run, tried to distribute the pass, but off the stick of his teammate.
Yeah, Bosch just couldn't grab it. 6:19 to go. And it's grabbed there by the goalie, Heath. Almost handcuffed him. And then he outlets to Voigt. Here's Voigt in the middle of the field. He's being chased around. Rebels aggressive in that end of the field. And then that's knocked away. Good stick play, but the Elks are going to grab it. To Ryder. And now Pfeiffer. And the teams are going to change. And Elk River's going to wait for fresh troops.
A couple of 10s back on the field. Number 10, Stuber back on for Elk River. And number 10 looks to be Nabozny on for Champlin Park.
Elk River behind the net. That was Reinhardt, who has 3 goals, hasn't scored. The only goal for Elk River Morissette, that was number 2. Sandstrom has 2.
A burst of goals to begin the second half. Now the teams have kind of settled in to a cadence, and the goalies have had time to take a deep breath as well.
Elks control. This is Stieber. Number 10, Blake Stieber, junior. Under 5 to go in this third quarter. Almost like fog settling in. You look straight up and not completely overcast, but yeah. Blame me, burning trash nearby.
Tell you, Bosch.
Ground ball. There's a real battle for it. Champlin Park comes out of there.
Look at
Good
that.
clear to the middle.
Oh, love it.
And then on a hop, Rebels are going to come to midfield. That was nice. Mayfield. And then loses it right back. Here comes Elk River. Voigt waiting for help. He puts it on the ground and gets it back. On the ground again. And I think we're going to get a timeout. Yes, we do. 4:16 to go in the third. And it's 8-5. 3-2 Elk River after 1. 7-3 Elks at the half. Champlin Park made it 7-5. Now it's 8-5 after the Morissette goal.
This is such, it's that smoke is like such an ominous environment out there. The play out here has been fast, it's been fluid, been very efficient. I've enjoyed watching the passing and how clean they come out, and their continued way to throw their teammates open, and how quickly they transition it from one end of the field to the other. I'll tell you, it's, these two teams are not playing like teams that are 4-6 as the Rebels and 5-5 for Elk River. Coaches have to be happy what they're seeing here tonight. Obviously, the Rebels like to see some more goals, but on the season, the Rebels have been able to pick up 365 ground balls compared to just 204 for their opponents. But both teams very good on face-offs. In fact, the Rebels are at 60% on the season. Elk River at 59% success on the face-offs.
Yeah, and on the face-offs here tonight, there's been no clear win. They've all resulted in kind of ground balls and scrums where it's been a really good battle to gain control of those face-offs. So one team certainly hasn't dominated. Both teams have had their share of unforced errors as well in this game. And those are the little things in this game. Face-off wins, ground balls, and then, of course, unforced errors or turnovers. Huge part.
It's funny, Steve, because you don't notice it sometimes with other lacrosse games, but they're so proficient with their passing, both teams, that when they do miss on a pass and it's a turnover, it's more pronounced because it happens so much less here tonight.
Elks on the attack here in quarter number 3. They lead by 3. Stieber, that is junior midi. And now it's grabbed by Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer 9 goals, 5 assists, another junior. Takes a shove, lets it fly, and Sandstrom was down deep. Big guy wearing number 8.
Boy, Pfeiffer leaned his shoulder into the Rebel defender there.
Sandstrom into the middle. That was Morissette. Ground ball and a fight for it. And they're going to give it up. Here comes Champlin Park, right back the other way. Rebels move it forward. Gavin Bosch gives it up on the left. There's a shot saved by Heath. There's a shot by Austin Johnson.
Pure save by Heath.
Yeah, good job by Heath. Some good saves on both ends. Voigt gets it over the middle of the field, gives it up. Here's Morissette again. Morissette, Reinhardt seniors. Sandstrom a senior. That one on the ground comes all the way through, and that's Stieber. And now it's Sandstrom.
So they're working it around the clock right now and trying to see if that ball movement can create a great alley for a quality shot and get back to that 4-goal lead, which they had at 8-4.
This is Babcock. Over to the right. Quite a catch there by Reinhardt as they swing it around quickly. This is Stieber near his side, way out on top. And he's waiting for room. Now Stieber with the dodge, swings it to his right. They get it right into the middle, and that's a shot by Reinhardt.
That's a fantastic save by Bosch.
Bosch,
he got down to a knee and squared up on that ball. Beautiful save.
2 to go, quarter number 3. Elk River still on the attack. They get it to Morissette in the middle again. Well, they ran a good play and got a good shot, but Caden Bosch right there. Morissette tries to dodge, nothing home. DeRuyter. Now it's Morissette again, kept to the outside. He let it go, and Elk River's going to hang on. I'm surprised they haven't fed Sandstrom again. We'll see what he does here. He's just going to try and power his way to the front, gives it up, and it ends up on the stick of Elk River. DeRuyter. It's Morissette now near side.
Elk River has really controlled play here the last few minutes. And want to make sure there's no errant passes and hold possession.
Stieber. That one comes all the way in on Bosch, and he caught it on a hop. Quick outlet on the ground over midfield. That ground ball popped in the air, grabbed right back. Chase Morissette. Morissette inside. Sandstrom had it partially blocked. Good defensive play by the Rebels. He was ready to wind up right on the doorstep, and it was knocked away. To the middle of the field, grabbed by Champlin Park. Still time, under 40 to go in the quarter. Right back on the ground. Turning the other way, Gavin Anderson, a 9th grader. Anderson begins his run. Elks have it. Sandstrom left side, blocked by Bosch. Wow.
That has to be 4 outstanding saves, point-blank opportunities.
Well, remember earlier, Joe, Sandstrom uncorked a goal on that far side that caught Caden Bosch. He stayed in the game. Wow. Lacrosse goaltenders. That is something. There's one. Another block by Bosch. That shot off the stick of Charlie Olson. Seconds remaining in the quarter. They get it in front. Reinhardt can't get it away.
Boy, there needs to be a call-out and an appreciation for the goaltending clinic that Bosch has put on here in the third.
Yeah,
wow.
Impressive. Elk River leads at 8-5. We go to the 4th. Boys lacrosse tonight here on QCTV. And we are back. 4th quarter coming up. Rebels Stadium. It is boys lacrosse tonight. Elk River at Champlin Park. Steve Thompson, Joe Ruland, our great QCTV crew.
And we're getting a great music selection here tonight at Champlin Park, as we just got, I can see clearly now, especially with all the smoke in the air. It's timely, great music, and between halves and intermissions, but that goes along to match the great quality of play we've seen on the field tonight from both of these teams. And Bosch, I got to tell you, he's gone down to a knee to square up on a couple. I'd take a knee just to say a prayer so that ball wouldn't hit me. He's been so focused. And then, of course, you've got the same goaltending on the other end for Elk River in Heath. It's an 8-5 lead. for Elk River. Into red, moving left to right as we begin the fourth.
And Heath, Ryder Heath, senior, 2 and 3, 6.21. Coming in, 595. Save percentage, Caden Bosch, 4 and 6. 716 goals against, save percentage 578. Rebels looked like they controlled it, but Elk River is going to pick it up. And then right back at it, another ground ball. And that's picked up by Berge. So Berge came in and grabbed that one. Big opportunity now. Champlin Park would love to get a goal here early in the quarter and make it interesting. Trying to get to the front. Can't get a shot away. Jurassic begins his run. He'll get a shot away. Saved by Heath. And the Elks are going to come out of there and try and move it forward. They put it on the ground on the far side. Hembry chasing. Hembry picks up the ground ball. He's done a really good job on ground balls.
Oh, he has. Impressive on the evening.
Hembry's really done a nice job on those ground balls on the run, gain control, get Elk River on the attack. Here's Owen Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer way outside, and now Chase Morissette joins him, and they're going to set up a play here. Blake Stieber is going to join it, and Stieber's going to move to the left. Sandstrom way over there on the far side of the field. Down below the goal line extended. And now it's Reinhardt. 3 goals in the game to lead all. There's Pfeiffer in the middle. Elk River by 3, not going to be in any hurry whatsoever. Danny Babcock, a goal in this game. And they're going to take the air out of it, so to speak, and try and get a really good look. Morissette trying to get a look. Down to the edge, they turn it over. Well, they tried to hit Sandstrom down behind the goal, and they turn it over. That's a break for the Rebels. And now they get it to the goalie, Caden Bosch. And now Bosch, long clear, near side. That is caught. Nice feed. Rodmacher, I believe, wearing 16. Now it's a ground ball, and right back to Elk River, too bad. And now it's Reinhardt. Reinhardt's just going to wait for a change.
They'll wait for support. They can set it up on this possession, and now back to Pfeiffer.
Yeah, too bad. They got the Elk River turnover they needed and then gave it right back in the midfield area. And now it's Reinhardt. All-time leading scorer in Elk River program history. Nice grab there by Stieber. Boy, that was nifty. Reinhardt, a shot. That goes off the side of the net. No goal. Elk River's going to hang on. Hit the side of the net. Trying to get to the front. Sandstrom. That may have hit some iron. Gone out of bounds.
Yeah.
Or was it a pass? Went out of bounds. So
Reinhardt was looking for his 4th goal. He had 4 goals in his first 2 games this season already.
Bosch was Gavin Bosch. First goal of the game. Came at the 3-minute mark. Under 9 to go in this one. That one's sent down into the far corner. Champlin Park trying to make a move to the front. Can't get around the corner to get a shot away. Now they'll send it out. Jurassic. Rebels still have time down by 3, but I'd like to get one here sooner than later. There's a shot saved by Heath upstairs. Good save. That was Bosch with the shot. Elk River coming back. Here come the Elks on the attack. Get it into the middle. Babcock further down low, put on the ground. Reinhardt can't control. Gets it in. That one skips wide. That was Babcock off the feed from Reinhardt. That missed the mark, but the Elks are going to maintain. Get it off to the left. There's a shot. That one goes wide. Pfeiffer let it fly. And you read the fact that you have players deep. Why not take the shot? Because if you miss the mark, you get it back. There's more is set. Now it's DeRuyter. Babcock would like to get another one. Not allowed in front. Here's Ryan on the ground. Chased around by Teske.
Working the perimeter, kind of taking a deep breath to back up and survey. And then, as you mentioned, Steve, there is no need for them to rush or force a bad pass with this lead.
Good run. What a shot and a goal by Pfeiffer. What a dodge. Split two defenders and then beat Caden Bosch. That is a big goal for the Elks. Pfeiffer, first of the game, 10th of the year.
Boy, he got bumped from behind. He was trying to slow it up to kind of cut back. And Rebels came in defensively, disrupted him, hit him in front, tried to bracket him, a little nudge from behind, and Pfeiffer finds his way for his second goal of the night. I believe a second.
I got him with the first.
There must be the smoke.
Yeah.
So
Elk River gets it right back into the middle. That shot wide.
10th of the season, by the way, for Pfeiffer.
Max Nordquist. And Morissette with 2. Reinhardt with 3. Sandstrom a couple. Babcock has 1. Pfeiffer has 1 now. And Elk River out on top, up by 4 as we close in on the midway point of quarter number 4. Elks in good shape, trying to get above 500 tonight. They're 5-5, 4-4 in league play. Champlin Park, 4-6 overall, 4-4 in conference play as well. And fight for the goal scorer, the junior, out on top. Spin, still on the move. Reinhardt out of the X, trying to get out in front. Sandstrom, good feet into the middle. A shot at Morissette. That one goes wide.
And Sandstrom makes a dive in the end zone to the back to try to corral the ball.
Sandstrom powers his way in, took a shot. That one way up high over everything, partially blocked. Elk River's going to hang on to it.
Sandstrom kind of looks like Gronk out there playing lacrosse.
This is Reinhardt trying to push his way out in front. Trying to get it into the middle on the ground. Ground ball opportunity. Rebels really need that ground ball. Looks like they're going to scoot it forward. Good play. Champlin Park right back to the attack. They need a goal right now. Don't have a lot of time, down by 4. They've got to let them fly. They're going to try and get Capitan into it. Now Jurassic. Run here, Strasser. Shot, that goes wide. Champlin Park's going to have someone deep with 5 to go. No. Looks like Elk River won the foot race down in the near corner. Elks get it back up by 4. That long, clear far side on a hop. That goes out too bad. Well, Champlin Park gets a bit of a break, but they've got to go where we're at in the game with under 5 to go. They've got to let them fly.
They'll make a dart now and a move, trying to create some separation or at least an alley, but
picked off.
You got it, turnover.
Nordquist stepped in front of that pass by Jurassic. He has it knocked away. Sticks flying everywhere. Elks control. They remain on the attack. Coming up on 4 to go in the game. And now Elk River playing without his money. They're in a good spot now. Trying to spin out of there. Picked up on the ground by Link. And we got a timeout, Champlin Park. And they're going to chat.
As I look through too, and you finally see some of the names on those rosters, and you see a few other players for this Elk River squad on the state championship Class 5A state championship team. You see Charlie Osen out there, number 21. He's a 6'3", 180-pound sophomore. And of course, it's no surprise that Ty Mansfield on that defensive line. He's at 6'5", 240, 245, also a member of that team. And not only are they big, but they're just so athletic. And you get a look here at the home schedule. What's here for the Rebels? The remaining 2 games. The next one here is against Blaine. They will host the Bengals on the 22nd, and the final game of the regular season for everyone in high school lacrosse, at least in this metro, is against Maple Grove on the 24th, and then we begin section play. Meanwhile, the Elks, they'll play host to a tough Robbinsdale Armstrong team. Certainly, I want to say in 3rd place in that Northwest Suburban Conference. That's coming up quickly on the 20th, and then they'll end their season at OPC on the 22nd, will the Elks. So they're going to have to make a push here, the Rebels, and slice and dice their way in to try to create some scoring opportunities here with just 4 minutes left in this 4th quarter. It's been a very entertaining game. And for the most part of the game, you've just seen up and down the field great passing, good distribution, good ground ball connection. You saw a lot of scoop and scores as well. But Elk River, when they have possession here, you can't blame them. They have the lead. They want to work the clock. But right now, it's Rebels with the possession.
All right, they move it ahead quickly and want to get on the attack right away. Here's Berge. Capitan trying a good move, trying to get a shot away. Sends it right back into the middle, ground ball, and that's going to be controlled by Elk River. Good defensive play by Colin Asback. And they're going to send it into the middle. Elks control. Move it ahead nicely. They're right back to the attack, up by 4. Led it 3-2 after 1, 7-3 at the half. 8-5 after the 3rd. And now 9-5 here in the 4th.
Will Myers snaps it back to Pfeiffer. Myers heads to the bench for a bit of a break. Also taking a break, there's Nordquist.
Stieber to Reinhardt. Reinhardt, 3 goals in the game. Now it's Babcock. Now over to Sandstrom.
Yeah. Reinhardt started tonight like he was going to have a 5-6 goal game the way he began, but he's done a good job of distributing that ball and setting up teammates in the second half.
Stieber down low over to Sandstrom. Can he get to the front? Trying a dodge. Right back out into the middle. Puts it on the ground. That might get all the way to the midfield. No. Elks track it down. Good hustle play by Morissette. Has a couple of goals here tonight. Elks have done a good job. Solid team. Once again, both these teams played Centennial. Very tough. Maple Grove right on top. Ranked. Then Armstrong, Centennial, Totino, Rogers, Champlin Park, Elk River Zimmerman right in the middle of the pack so far this season. Morissette outside. Under 2 to go. And now it's Stieber again. To the left, Reinhardt. Has he got an alley? He does. And that one knocked away. Good save by Caden Bosch.
He has been just outstanding tonight.
Well, and Reinhardt's the real deal, and Bosch made the save. That was great stuff. Good feed out to the middle. Good catch on the run. Jurassic. Wow, that was pretty impressive clear and catch. Rebels right back to the attack. 1:30 to go. That shot pops out of there. May have hit iron.
He's for sure looking for it. Now you can see Champlin Park really starting to create a buzz, but then they get the turnover. That is Elk River.
Ground ball chance for Champlin Park.
Oh.
Heath recovers. Did they get a goal? They did get a goal out of that. How about that?
That was an outstanding effort.
Heath made a mistake.
That was just tremendous. Never quit. Austin Johnson picks up the goal, second of the night.
Yeah, Austin Johnson took advantage of the mistake.
If you see that again, you can see the ball get deflected in that spin and the rotation on the ball and the momentum created by Johnson, and that deflection by the defense, it takes a bounce over the line, and great effort across the board, and Johnson shows no quit, picking up his second of the night.
Yeah. So tonight, number 6 and 7 on the year for the junior. We got another timeout. 1 minute to go, 9-6. And Elk River up by 3. We're in good shape as they try to move over 500 here tonight at Rebels Stadium. And as we mentioned earlier, postseason play coming up. Section play, boys and girls lacrosse, softball, baseball, and here's our schedule.
Look at that, Spring Lake Park at Andover. That'll be a great contest on, I believe that's Monday, right, the 22nd? Then it's the 23rd. More baseball, Minneapolis Southwest at Champlin Park, just, about 500 yards down from here. Girls lacrosse, OPC at Anoka. That'll wrap up the Anoka Tornado girls regular season in lacrosse. And then on June 4th, my day's getting stretched, Andover and Champlin Park commencements. So, and I believe our own Tim Anderson will be announcing those names for the Anoka commencement. So he's kind of earned himself a brand with that. He does such a great job presenting it.
Yeah, and Anoka typically at Goodrich Field, and then Andover and Champlin Park go down to 3M Arena at Mariucci for graduation ceremonies. 100 years ago, we even had our graduation ceremony at Goodrich at Anoka. The class of 1942. It kind of feels like it sometimes. Actually, class of 82. Still a long time ago. But nice. I do remember this about our graduation ceremony at Goodrich all those years ago. It was a perfect weather night.
Nice.
Sunny in 70s, light winds. It was gorgeous at Goodrich for graduation all those years ago. So hopefully they get good weather again for the Tornadoes. Commencement ceremonies. Weather is always good at Mariucci Arena.
Yes, never a cloud.
Both my daughters graduated from Champlin Park once upon a time. And Mariucci was great for that.
Elk River wrapping it up, getting possession, getting some spacing on some great burst speed initially by Pfeiffer. And now a turnover.
Yeah, they turn it over. And here come the Rebels. Final seconds of this one, down 9-6. They get the clear to midfield. Kapinski beginning his run. Sends it across. Good catch over on the near side. Dodge trying to get a shot away. Ground ball.
Sealed off nicely by the Elks D.
The wind has picked up dramatically, ushering in what will be a cold day tomorrow here in these parts. And it is a final. Elk River prevails. They beat Champlin Park tonight 9-6 here at Rebels Stadium. Rebels fall to 4-7 overall, 4-5 in conference play. Meanwhile, Elk River will move to 6-5 on the year, 5-4 overall. So leading scorer in the game tonight was Blake Reinhardt for the Elk River Elks, scoring 3 goals, 2 for Morissette, 2 for Sandstrom. Meanwhile, for Champlin Park, nice night for Austin Johnson, couple of goals, and Caden Bosch, terrific in net, Joe.
Very much. Both goalies solid tonight, but just an overall great demonstration of some good athleticism, some good quality teams as they prep themselves for the final games after tonight for section play. Well done for Elk River, a 9-6 win over the Rebels.
Yeah, good to work with you once again. Big thanks to our QCTV crew led by Taylor Johnson. Big thanks to Joe Rulin. I'm Steve Thompson. Once again, our final score, Elk River 9, Champlin Park 6. Good night.